Well, a royal celebration across the pond is a great reason to throw a royal event of your own right here on the Suncoast. Whether it's a wedding watch party early Saturday or another special occasion, Barbara Pugliese from Just Because, Sarasota on St. Armand's Circle is here to help us plan our own party. Welcome. Hi. So I'm super interested. You see a lot of visitors on St. Armand's. Right. Is there a lot of interest in this weekend's event?
There is. There's a lot of interest, and everyone has lots of questions, and they're getting excited. So it's awesome.
I love your spread.
Yes, I've got the sandwiches.
Right, so we're not going to go hungry. We're going to start here at the end, so you can either host the watch party or have a party later. The royal couple's having 2 parties, so we should too. Yeah. So proper attire is always a hat or a fascinator, and these hats come from Casa Esmeralda. So really pretty. The girls should be in hats, and you should have covered arms too. Yeah, no exposed arms and no open toes. But
you have a nice fascinator.
Yeah, I have a little fascinator. I didn't go too crazy, but
That's really pretty.
And I like these hats seem to be a little bit more dignified than coming off the Derby where it was a little larger.
A little larger. And the rule of thumb too is it should never be too big in church so that someone can't see what's happening. So it should be able to, like, your guests behind you can see in front. So always be aware of that with
I'm
your hats.
guessing most of our parties will not be in church.
No, I don't think so. So go as big as you want. So then once you kind of get your decor or what you're wearing, think about your decor. White roses were Diana's favorite. So it's important to have the white roses, and Miss Markle's favorite are the peonies. So it's kind of nice to tie those in, and I love these expandable vases.
These are the best things
these are awesome. So they come perfectly flat, and then they'll hold a whole bouquet of flowers, and you can use them over and over. And I did white because it was a royal party, but they come in colors and so forth, and they're great. They're less than $10 too.
Do you have water in there?
Yep. So there's they're half filled with water, and these roses are heavy flowers, and they hold them perfectly. So that's
they're
great.
very strong.
Yep, they're very strong.
Who would have known?
Who would have known? And it's nice to kind of tie in that tradition with the flowers that you're picking too.
Yes.
And then you should have the royal wedding, a picture of them somewhere, of the royal couple. So these frames are really beautiful. It's an artist from Dallas, and they're inspired by his grandmother's jewelry. So they're very ornate and kind of brooches his grandmother wore all the time. So he does a lot of Austrian crystals and very elaborate pieces on them, which I love.
And we were learning yesterday too that just a touch of gold,
a touch of gold
placed can really be very elegant.
Correct. Yeah. You don't need to go overboard with it, but a little accent of it is really pretty, and especially with a little sparkle too.
Yes.
It kind of just dresses it up. You can't have enough sparkle, is my feeling. And then afterwards, you would have at the beginning of the party some type of cocktail. Now the Queen Mother loves champagne, so we should have champagne, right? And then I put the little syrup in the glass first, and then we have these cocktail candies, which are really cool. These are called golden roses.
Those are pretty.
Royal roses. There's peach bellinis.
I'm going to pass these down.
You put these in.
Yeah, so you drop one in your cocktail first, and it fizzes a little, and then you make your cocktail afterwards. And they're really tasty. So the Bellini one, you can, if you're making bellinis, and you just kind of plop it in, and then it'll start to fizz. And it's a little surprise in the bottom, too.
A fun garnish.
A fun little garnish.
The syrup is what makes the Bellini?
Yep, the syrup, right. So I use this raspberry. You could use blackberry, and then just with a little dot of champagne with it, which is really nice. And like I said, the Queen Mother has champagne every day, so should we.
Every day?
Yep, every day. They
And
say
she's
she
very
finishes.
healthy.
She is. And she
In
even
the
has
morning or in the afternoon?
She has it at the evening and a cocktail at lunchtime.
gonna
Yeah,
tell her that?
yeah. So she has a cocktail at lunch, and then she finishes her day with champagne. So I
good to
think
be
we
a
all should.
queen.
It is
Okay,
good
you
to be
can
a
learn a
queen.
lot
And those gummies come in other flavors
Other
and
flavors,
shapes.
yep. So there's a champagne one, the Bellini, the royal roses. There's also one that's a rosé rose. So if you have a little, yep, these are great too. So if you have like a little rosé wine, put that in the glass
Show that
first,
route so they can see that.
and
they're
then do
shaped like
that,
roses
yeah.
on
And they're
the
beautiful
side.
little roses. I don't know if
Really
we can
pretty.
see
Yeah,
that,
if you
but
can see the
really,
intricate detail,
they're
really
so
pretty.
nice.
There you go.
So we say they're gourmet candies for adults.
Oh, yes. And all
Right.
of these things, just to remind everyone,
Yep.
have been found on St. Armand's
Right,
Circle.
so the
You brought
best
us-
part about everything here is you can shop local on St. Armand's, shopping small and local. These came from the Ancient Olive Gourmet. So they have other things besides olives,
Oh,
and
nice.
olive oils.
Oh.
They have great alcohol and the candies and the
We
syrups and so
cannot
forth.
move past the glasses, though.
No.
folks.
No,
Which
so
I don't
this
think
is the best part.
Because they're full, but I can show you here. Explain
Okay,
how
so
great these are.
these are awesome. So on one side you can have your cocktail to start with, and when you move on through your meal, Miss Markle's favorite is a full red wine. Just flip the glass over and get your bottle of red wine. Isn't that cool? So it's a 2-for-1.
2 for 1.
So the
Two
mouth
for one,
becomes the
yeah.
stem, and that
Right.
means though if you start with the martini, you're going to have to finish it
Right.
before you
Yes.
flip it
Yep.
over
You
to the
right.
wine.
So it's
that a
easy for
problem?
your guests too if they're walking around. So it's easy to kind of walk and
These
drink
are
and
great
so
if you
forth.
can only keep one set of glasses
Right.
somewhere, like maybe wherever.
Right.
These are perfect.
They don't take up a ton of room, so I love those glasses. And like I said, as you're kind of continuing through the meal, her favorite is a full-bodied red, so that's perfect. Miss
yes.
Markle.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, tea sandwiches, super important. We have salmon and cucumber, a nice coronation chicken salad. So for your party, you should have proper tea
And a
sandwich.
flag.
Yes, and you should have the Union Jack somewhere on there.
Oh,
so,
that-
yep.
Where
and
are the flags?
Yes,
Barbara?
where did you get that?
we got those out on the circle too, and then the little napkins came as well. So you can kind of make it a little festive with that,
Oh,
which I
yes.
love. And then dessert, this is super important too. So their wedding cake is elderflower and lemon. So I did mini little cakes with fresh flowers. So the little buttercream, I took the Saint Germain and put that in.
And the garnish on these
Yeah,
too. Here,
and
wait,
then
I'll give
she's
one to
having
hers and
fresh
then we'll show
flowers too.
Would you like one?
Thank you
the
very much.
Sorry, there
What
we
is
go.
this
Look at the
So
garnish.
this is a hydrangea, but their wedding cake is going to be covered with fresh
get mine.
flowers. So that was the importance of that. And so the inside of the cake is lemon, and then the buttercream has the elderberry, just like them. So.
And a dessert from dessert.
Yes. So at every formal occasion at the end, we get a favor. William and Kate gave all their guests scarves. So here we have little beautiful macarons and handmade chocolates from Little Macaron. And they're inside those favors. So everyone can part your guests.
These are
Everyone should
really
have a gift
cool.
when they
Look at them
leave.
right there.
Yes.
Wow.
That's awesome.
These are wonderful. And Barbara, we should remind everyone that Ladies' Night, there's another great reason to
Yep.
go this week. It's every third Thursday,
Thursday.
every month on St. Armand's
Armand
Circle.
And you get
this
15%
week,
off.
15% off at all of these participating stores, so you can plan your entire party. And all you have to do is look for the balloons outside your favorite stores to see who has special sales. You can find out more information at St. Armand's Circle Ladies' Night on Facebook. All right, coming up next, a preview of a family musical from Venice Theater. We're going to meet Stuart Little. We're going to hear Stuart sing.